his mind in a whirlwind, Liam decided to visit the village's wise elder. The old man who lived on the edge of the village was known for his fair judgment and wise advice. People in the village would go to him for help when they didn't know what else to do. Liam had never been close to the elder, but now he felt like he had no choice. The wise elder lived in a small stone house surrounded by trees. When Liam arrived, the elder was sitting outside, reading a book. He looked up as Liam approached, sensing the boy's distress. "What troubles you, young man?" the elder asked kindly. Liam took a deep breath and sat down beside him. He told the elder everything about the boat, about Noah, about the stolen fish. He didn't hold back, pouring out his frustration and anger. When he finished, the elder sat quietly for a moment, nodding thoughtfully. "You have been wronged, Liam," the elder said finally. "But the solution does not lie in anger or bitterness. You must seek fairness, not revenge." Liam frowned. "But Noah is taking everything from me. He doesn't care about what's fair. What do I do?" The elder looked him in the eye. "You must gather the village, bring them together, and let them hear your story. The truth will always come out, and when it does, the village will help you find a solution." Liam wasn't sure if he believed the elder, but he knew he had to try. He had no other choice. Liam spent the next few days preparing for what the elder had suggested. He wasn't sure if it would work, but he knew he couldn't keep trying to handle everything on his own. He felt like he had no choice. So he went from house to house, telling the villagers about the unfair treatment he had received from Noah. He spoke to the fishermen, the farmers, and the people who worked in the shops. Slowly, word spread, and a small crowd began to form. The village square, usually a quiet place where people would gather to chat and share news, was now full of villagers who wanted to hear Liam's side of the story. Many of them knew Noah and Liam well. They had seen them grow up together, working hard side by side. It surprised them to hear that Noah, once a kind and generous friend, was now causing trouble for Liam. The mayor had not arrived yet, but the elder was already there, standing at the front of the crowd. He looked calm and wise as he waited for the villagers to settle down. When everyone was quiet, the elder raised his hand, signaling that it was time for Liam to speak. Liam stood up, feeling nervous, but determined. The villagers turned their attention to him. He took a deep breath, then began. "I've worked hard all my life. I've always tried to do the right thing. But lately, it feels like everything I've worked for is being taken away," Liam said. "I had a boat that I shared with Noah, but he decided to sell it without asking me. He said I should be happy with the money, but the boat was how I made my living. was my only way to survive. Liam paused for a moment, looking around the crowd. He could see some of the villagers nodding, while others were shaking their heads in disbelief. He could tell that they were starting to understand his side of the story. After that, Noah's shop expanded, and he started taking up more and more space near my fishing area. He dumped debris into the water, blocking my way. I couldn't catch fish anymore. And then, when I went to his shop, I found that my fish were being sold there. Fish I had worked hard to catch. He took them without asking me. Liam's voice trembled with emotion, but he pressed on. I tried to talk to him, but he didn't listen. He only cared about his shop and his money. He's changed, and I don't know what to do. The villagers were silent for a moment. Then, one by one, people began to speak. Some agreed with Liam, saying that Noah had always been a good person, but he had become selfish. Others expressed their concern about the way the mayor had handled the situation. "He shouldn't have sided with Noah like that," one fisherman said. "We all know how hard Liam works. He deserves better." "I've seen Noah's shop grow, but it's taken over everything," another villager said. "It's not fair to push Liam out like that." As the conversation continued, the elder spoke again. "It's clear that there is injustice here, and it's time to restore balance. But we must all work together to find a solution. The village is a place where fairness and respect are important. We will not allow one person's greed to harm another's livelihood." Liam felt a wave of relief wash over him. For the first time in weeks, he felt like he wasn't alone. The villagers were beginning to see the truth, and they were standing behind him. The elder's words gave him hope, and he knew that with their support, he could finally confront Noah. As the meeting continued, the mayor finally arrived. He had been busy with other matters in the village, but he quickly joined the crowd. His face was serious as he surveyed the group, noticing the tension in the air. The villagers were no longer whispering to each other. They were focused on Liam, waiting to hear what would happen next. Liam took a deep breath and turned to face the mayor. He knew this would be the hardest part, but he couldn't hold back any longer. "Mayor," Liam said, his voice steady, "I've come to ask you to help me. You sided with Noah when we spoke before, but now it's clear that he's wrong. He's taken my boat, he's taken my fishing area, and now he's taken my fish. This is no longer just a disagreement between friends. It's a matter of fairness. I need your help to make things right." The mayor looked at Liam with a furrowed brow. He was known for being quick to make decisions, but now it seemed like he was unsure. He turned his gaze to the elder, who nodded calmly in approval. "This is a serious matter," the mayor said, his voice low. "But I must remind you, Liam, that Noah's shop is what helps keep this village running. It provides jobs and goods for everyone. You have a right to your livelihood, but so does he. Liam felt a pang of frustration. I'm not asking for him to lose his business. I just want what's fair. I don't want to be pushed out of my own life. The mayor hesitated for a moment, then looked at the crowd. The villagers were waiting, their eyes full of expectation. For the first time, he seemed to understand the gravity of the situation. He cleared his throat. I see now that I may have been too quick to judge, the mayor said slowly. Noah's success has blinded me to the needs of the people in this village. We must all work together to find a fair solution. Liam felt a surge of hope. This was the chance he had been waiting for. The mayor turned to the elder. What do you suggest? The elder stood up and spoke calmly. The solution is simple. Noah must share some of his success with Liam. They have both worked hard, and it's clear that cooperation is the key. We will set a fair agreement that allows Liam to continue fishing, and that ensures Noah's business can grow. But no one should be allowed to take more than their fair share. The mayor nodded thoughtfully. I agree. We will make a decision that benefits both of them and keeps the peace in the village. A week later, Liam and Noah met in the village square, where the mayor and the elder had set up a meeting to discuss the terms of their new agreement. The village had come together, and both Liam and Noah had been asked to sit down and talk about a fair way forward. Noah was still stubborn, but even he knew that the villagers were on Liam's side now. He had no choice but to listen. The mayor and the elder helped guide the conversation, and soon both Liam and Noah had agreed on terms. Noah would still run his shop and continue to expand, but he would pay Liam a fair share of the profits from the fishing area. In return, Liam would allow some of his fishing area to be used by Noah's workers, but only during certain times when he was not using it. This way, both of them could continue to work without interfering with each other. It wasn't the perfect solution, but it was fair. Both men agreed to respect each other's work, and the villagers promised to keep an eye on the arrangement to ensure that neither of them took advantage of the other. With the new agreement in place, things began to settle down in the village. Liam was able to fish again, and Noah's shop continued to grow. But more importantly, the tension between the two men began to ease. They no longer saw each other as enemies, but as partners in the village's success. Over time, they rebuilt their friendship. It wasn't easy, but they learned to respect each other's hard work. They would meet from time to time, sharing stories about their work and their lives. The village thrived, and the people lived in peace. The lesson they all learned was simple. fairness, and cooperation were more valuable than wealth or power. And in the end, it was that understanding that brought the village closer together.